We have water and a towel. If you have a ball, grab it. If you have these bands, grab it. I'm going to use the medium strength one, which is yellow. And then your free weights, whatever free weights you have. And that's it. So without further ado, let's just start with our butt kicks. We're going to do a nice little limbering warm up. Good morning, Anne. Welcome.
Morning.
Happy New Year. Thank you for your email, Anne. Appreciate it. I know you've got your 5-pound weights. Anne got 5-pound weights for Christmas, so we're excited about that. So we're going to be incorporating them today. You'll get to try them out, Anne. Okay, let's start moving the arms. Still keep up with those butt kicks. Just trying to get the body a little limber. Really, really reach, like reach really strong with the arms. Okay, do the same thing, but now with a knee lift. Kind of loosening up a little bit of the butt, a little bit of the hips. Whew, I'm already starting to breathe heavy. Doesn't take much for me. I'll be sweating in a sec. Okay, keep this going. A few more here. Okay, back to the butt kicks. And now just pull with the arms and squeeze the shoulder blades in the back. Elbows go far back. Nice. Really reach, big, strong arms. Now we're going to go up with the arms and then the reach. Up, reach, just switching it up. Got to keep you guessing. A few more here. Okay. Nice. Swing the arms, rotate the torso. Let the shoulders go from side to side. Keep your tummy in and your butt cheeks tight. They really help brace the spine. Okay, one arm up, the other one back, and switch. Going through the shoulders here a little bit. Make sure you're taking that arm back behind you as best you can. Nice. 4 more. Nice. Okay, swing again. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. We're going to do a little stretch for the forearm here. You're going to take your wrist in line with the shoulder and then just pull the hand towards you. Always good to stretch out when you're going to use weights, the arms, and after. Okay, pull the fingers up towards the ceiling and then pull the hand into you. Also, if you're on technology a lot, this is great to do every day. Okay, switch hands. Pull the fingers towards you first. You should be feeling a nice stretch all the way up through that forearm. Obviously, the hand, if you do a lot of writing, is going to be tighter than the other one. Okay, fingers towards you. Nice job. For the neck, turn to face the left. Keep your shoulders nice and broad. Come back center and turn to the right. And back left. And back to the right. Neutral, drop the chin. Keep the shoulders broad. Getting a nice stretch down the middle part of the back. Take your gaze, look up. When we do these stretches, you want to transition really slowly and deliberately. Chin drops. Take your gaze, look up. Now take your chin and your gaze down to your left shoulder. Or sorry, right shoulder. Well, it doesn't matter, right or left. We're going to do both. Okay, come back neutral. Other side, looking at that other shoulder. Come up slow, one more time, each side. And back up, other side. Okay, we're going to start with legs. We're going to do some forward lunges. You can pick up your weights or don't use weight. It really doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to hold my weights by my side. You can also hold them in front if you like. We're just going to start out nice and easy with our left leg. So you're going to step forward, lunge down, and step back, and then switch. So again, we're just getting the body prepared, getting the legs warmed up. So make your step, doesn't have to be huge. You need to feel stable in these lunges. So sometimes people really step out too far, and then they kind of lose balance and stability. So you kind of have to go where you feel safe. And you're trying to get that knee down towards the earth here. If you are holding weights and you have a selection, I would say to start just with medium. Okay, we got about 4 more here, and then we're going to add a reverse lunge. Switching it up. Probably already starting to feel a little heart rate response from these lunges. Whenever you get into these big muscles, body warms up really quickly. Okay, now in the middle of your mat, you're going to step back with the right leg, reverse lunge, knee comes down, come back to the middle, and then bring it forward. So take it back, bring it forward. If you want to skip the middle, you can skip it. It's up to you. Now we're going to switch to the left. So we're going to go back first, come back to the middle, and then forward. So we're just going to alternate right and left, forward and back. Nice job. Now here, you don't have to keep pace with me. If you'd rather do it slower or faster, that's fine. Nice. Again, you're not stepping too crazy wide here. Now you want to always sort of try to maintain your posture. Even when you're holding weights, sometimes it gets hard. You might start to feel a little like the shoulders are drooping. Try to stay nice and tall and lifted. Switch. I'm going to run through this a few more times. Great work. I'm going to do this right leg, then I'm going to do one more on each leg. You know, I like doing things slowly, so you have time to really think about your form, where you're pressing up from. So it doesn't have to be fast. Okay. I don't know about you, but I'm already hot. Grab a sip. We're going to transition to some arms. So here I like to use the lightest weights that I have. We're going to do a bent over fly. So really important to have great posture. Always a very loose grip on your weights. Stay really broad through the shoulders. We're going to separate our feet, hip width apart, booty pulls back. You hinge through your hips without dropping the shoulders. It's really important to keep the shoulders retracted. Now this exercise can be challenging even if you don't have weights. Okay, so in one nice, smooth, controlled motion, we're going to lift the weights up and then bring them down. So nice and slowly, you'll notice when I lower the weight, I'm resisting it. I'm not just dropping it, and I'm not swinging. I'm not going like a swing set, right? I'm lifting and lowering with control as best I can. Keep the shoulders nice and broad. You want to hollow out the stomach. right? Because always want to brace the spine, nice and strong through the core. Keep it going. Okay, now we're going to come up nice and tall and just do a lateral arm raise. Then we're going to come back down and do a bent over fly. Just kind of alternate, giving the body a little bit of a break on these bent over flies. They're very challenging. Nice and slow and control when you raise the arms. Great work, guys. Whew. First workout of the year. I am so excited for many more. Getting strong together. Okay, hold it here. We're going to alternate. Make sure your shoulders are nice and retracted. You have great posture, right? We're going to come forward and then side. Also be mindful here to keep your wrists neutral and you're not squeezing the weights. Nice and slow and in control. Trying not to be in a hurry. Great job. Keeping nice little micro bends in the knees. Now, when you move the weights forward, try not to have any of your body weight shift forward, right? You want to maintain your weight between the pad and heel of the foot. Toes are always nice and relaxed. Now, if you get tired here, you can always put the weights down, carry on without them. You always have choices. I'm going to try to run through here 4 more. Last 3. So you don't want to be doing this, right? You got to keep the shoulders broad and down away from the ears. If you feel this start to happen, that's your body telling you you are done with this exercise or with those weights. Okay, here's the last one. You know when you're about to start to lose form, that's enough. Really important to listen to your body because we want to stay healthy and be able to do this all year. Okay, here's where I'm bringing in my ball. Don't worry about it if you don't have one. Just lie down on the floor. We're going to do a chest press, a very basic chest press. Because we're either on a ball or the floor, we're giving our core all the stability that it needs. So this is where you tend to want to go heavy on your weights. So if you have a choice, grab the heavy ones. Whatever you're using to add weight is good by me. So I'm just going to roll it out. I'm going to make sure my head is supported. Whether you're on the floor or the ball, you want to make sure your head is supported. So I center these weights right over my chest and I keep my wrists neutral. I'm going to squeeze my butt. Now, if you're on the floor, you can keep your butt down if you like, or you can bridge it up, whatever feels good. So I'm going to take it out. If you're on the floor, your elbows are going to come all the way down to the floor, and then you're going to press it up slowly. Really important to keep those wrists neutral, so you're not cocking through the wrist. Nice and slow and in control, feeling the chest do the work. Make sure the weights are over the chest and not your face, right? Now we want to come down really slowly, at least 3 counts. So we work the negative of the move just as much as the positive of the move. It's amazing how even if you have light weights, you can make them heavy by slowing things down and really working with great form. Okay, we're going to run through this 5 more, and then we're going to add in a fly. Now, some people on the fly, including myself, need to go a little bit lighter in weight. So I will be changing my weights. If you're fine with what you have, stay in this position. Do one more here. Now I'm going to grab a different weight. Okay, so you're still in the same position, whether you're on the ball or on the floor. Start out with the weights together. Again, they're centered over the chest, not the face. Keep your wrists neutral, so important. You're going to open up nice and wide. You have a little micro bend in the elbow. That's it. Tiny bend. Coming up nice and slow. Going down nice and slow. So if you feel uncomfortable, you can always limit the range of motion here. Maybe you don't go as wide open as is possible. Maybe you only go halfway. You got choices. Okay, 6 more like this, nice and slow, and then we're going to alternate back in that chest press. Keep your toes relaxed. Keep squeezing your butt if you're up off of it. I'm going to do 3 more here. We're adding in that press again. Okay, so turn your weights now so your palms face out. Do a chest press, nice and slow. Turn your palms so they face each other, and let's do that fly again. Great job, you guys. Alternating between the two. Try to keep your neck nice and relaxed. Even if you're using soup cans or whatever you've got, water bottles, you're going to be feeling this. I promise you tomorrow. We are on a mission to tone these arms. Safely though, of course, right? We want to be safe. Okay, I've got 6 more here. I hope you're hanging. Last 5, moving nice and slowly. Last 3. Last 2. Oh my goodness, I am definitely feeling these. 1 more of each. Nice. Bring those weights to your chest. Roll back if you're on the ball. Oh, come all the way up. If you're on the floor, keep your weights with you and come back up. I'm going to get rid of my ball. Ooh, let's shake out those arms. We're going to do some bent over rows to work our back. So again, I'm going to start out heavy with the 10s, but you might use the heaviest ones you've got in your pile. So if you look at me from the side, my feet are hip width apart. Booty pushes back. I'm not rounding. This is rounding. This is not what I want. I want the shoulders retracted. I want you to have that nice natural curve in your spine. And we're just going to row. So elbows come up, right? So if you look at me from the side, my elbows are right at the height of the shoulder. And then I lower slow. Bring it up. I've got breaks in my knees. Lower slow. And most importantly, what are you doing? You're hollowing out your belly, right? Nice. The minute you hinge through those hips, that belly wants to just hang out. We got to keep it in. Now here it's really important, like I'm taking my gaze and I'm looking off the end of my mat. I'm towards the back of my mat so that my neck remains neutral. Okay, weights down. I'm just going to step my left foot forward. So I'm going to get into a lunge position. I'm going to lean forward like I was doing. I'm micro bend in my front knee, elevate high onto the toes on the back foot, and keep your rows coming strong, nice and slow and control. So I try to like do a little pause at the top and say, have I really gotten those elbows up as high as possible? You want to make each one of these moves special. That's your job, right? Training smart, training safe is our objective for 2021. Okay, I'm going to have you step your back foot in and just switch legs. Keep rowing. So again, when I say work the negative of the move, that means resist the weight as you lower it. So much to think about. Yeah, you want to keep your elbows close to the side of your body. You don't want them going out to the side, right? So try to be mindful of the form. We're going to do 4 more here. We're going to take it down to a plank and get a little fancy. Last 2. Last 1. Weights come down to the floor. Step back to your plank. Hold your plank for a sec. Now, maybe you want to take your feet a little further apart so that you feel stable. And if you can, row 1 weight at a time. Now, if you're not comfortable with your hands on your weights, you can always have them on the floor, and then you can just row 1 and then the other. But be very mindful not to lock out the elbows, just like in the regular Koga, right? We always want to keep a bend in the elbows. You can also, modification here is your knees are on the floor, if that feels more stable for you. Put them down. Make the row great. I'm going to do 3 more. Still keeping that elbow close to the side of my body. Got my last one coming up on each side. Whew. Okay. How challenging was that? Okay, take those out of the way. We're going to do some curtsy squats with a knee lift, and with weights, if you like, are optional. Make sure you've got space for your curtsy. Okay, so we're going to start with a curtsy squat, and then we're going to add in a lateral lunge. So you want to make sure on the left and right side of you, you've got some space here to work. Okay, we're going to start by taking the shoulders, getting them nice and broad. The best posture you can find. Take the right foot, sweep it back behind you, and come down into that nice little squat. Come up to a knee lift. That's an option. You don't have to, you can keep the toes on the floor. Okay, we're going to stay on this side, going nice and slow. I like kind of doing it with a knee lift because it adds that balance challenge that I always like to incorporate whenever possible, because we all lose our balance as we get older. You got to work at it. And you'll notice I'm going nice and slowly, really concentrating on what I'm doing. Keeping nice and long and lean through my upper body. Nice. Now, if you want to, you can speed this up. I'm kind of digging it at this nice slow pace. Okay, I'm going to do 3 more and then I'm switching legs. Whoops. The other thing too that I love about doing moves with balance is you have to concentrate and focus. Okay, let's switch legs. So you really can't be worried about your to-do list or anything else today. You're making a great, strong mind-body connection, which is so healthy. Nice. Probably most of you find you balance better on one leg than the other, which is why it's so good to train balance work one leg at a time and strength, because you can't use the other one to compensate or help, right? Great job. You guys are doing great. Whew. Okay, 4 more on this leg, and we're going to add in a lateral lunge. Like, why not? Last 2. Okay, so hold this left foot up. Actually, no, we're going to switch legs. Give that leg a break. Hold your right knee up. Okay, got it up. Take it down to a lateral lunge. Weights by your chest. Knee up. Lateral. Knee up. Keep your shoulders broad, and your weight moves to the back of the body when you get into that lateral lunge. Whoops. Don't do that. Little pause with that knee up, right? Really try to control the movement. You're working the best range of motion that you have, whatever that is. Okay, keep your knee up. Do a little curtsy. Knee up, lunge. Knee up, curtsy. Oh my goodness. Yes, we are feeling this. Couple more here. Then we do the same thing with that left leg. Here's our last lunge. Little break here before we hit the other side. How are we doing? Okay, shoulders broad. Left leg goes behind, knee up, lateral lunge. Knee up, whoops, curtsy. Nice. Great work, guys. Six to go. You got this. Time flies when you're having fun. Now we only got 4. 3. Nice little break coming up. Stick with it. 2. 1 more. Finish strong here. Okay, put them down. Little water break, you deserve it. That was great. Get ready for bicep curls. Who doesn't want to have nice arms? Okay, you guys ready? So I'm going to start out heavy. I'm not going to be able to maintain heavy, but if you have a choice, pick your heavier ones, and then we can switch up midstream. So we're just going to do a basic curl to start. Okay, weights out in front, arms fully extended, all the way up, wrist neutral, down slow, up. People are always in a hurry when they do curls, and they want to swing the weight and get all fancy. Keep it basic. Just keep it simple, right? Going nice and slow on the way down, not losing the shoulders. This isn't a good look, right? Really important. Keep your chest as proud as you can. Nice job. I'm going to try to get through 15 here. And then we're going to add in a little squat. Why not? Mix it up. The other mistake people make is they really limit the range of motion when they're doing a curl. You really want to work the full range. If you get tired with your 5 pounds or your 10, whatever you're using, you can always alternate, right? Gives your one arm a little bit of a break before it has to go to work again. Nice. Keep those elbows under your shoulders, right? I'm not letting my elbows swing forward. Keeping that upper body really still. I'm going to squeeze in 3 more here. Then I'm going to go to a lighter weight and we're going to start our squats. When I know when I've run out of gas and I'm at potential for injury is when I start to lose the form. And a lot of times people they grunt and groan and they fight through it. It's not a good idea, right? You want to build the strength slowly over time. Okay, it's all about infrastructure. So now, squat, curl. Squat, curl, right? Booty pushes back, curl. So I've got a slightly different angle on these curls now, a little bit out to the side, but my elbows are still staying close to my side body. And I feel when you're training biceps, it's good to switch up the angle, which we're going to do. We're going to end these with a hammer curl. So we have 6 more of these. And then we're going to do some hammers and be done and move on to our fabulous triceps. 4 more. 2, 1. Okay, palms are going to face each other. Keep your elbows in. 1 comes down and up, and then switch. Now, depending on how tired these biceps are right now, maybe you want to do 2 at a time, maybe not. We got choices, right? Are you standing as tall and beautiful as you can? Right? No rounding. Your body wants to do this, don't let it. And don't over squeeze. You know, a lot of people get tennis elbow or golfer's elbow just from squeezing and gripping the weights too tight. Okay, I'm suffering through 4 more here, but I'm still able to keep my form. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I'm going to use these same weights, but I'm just going to put them down for a sec. Shake out my arms. Grab a quick sip, and we're going to work our triceps. There's a nice boat going by. I guess you can't see it because of the lighting, but it's a beautiful boat with a Canadian flag on the end. I love our Canadian friends. Okay, triceps. So we're going to do 1 at a time just to start. These can be a little tricky. Really important to keep the posture. You're going to hinge. See, I have a natural curve through my spine. I'm going to pull the elbow up so it's almost like that kickback we were doing. Elbow high at the height of the shoulder. I'm going to straighten the arm and bring it down slowly. I'm only coming as far as my wrist is under the elbow. I'm not doing, pulling it forward is more bicep work. I want us to isolate the tricep. Okay, again, loose grip on the weight, nice and slow. Don't drop your face, keep your neck long. These are tough. Whew. Of course, you're going to feel them pretty quickly because of the bicep work we did as well. Okay, come up, switch arms. Hinge forward, keep your posture. Left elbow nice and high, close to the side of the body. Take it back and bring it forward just so the wrist is under the elbow. Take your gaze off the end of your mat. Three more here. When you keep the wrist under that elbow, it works that tricep so much more. Okay, come back up. Bring your weights together. Okay, hold them together. We're going to bring them up. We're going to keep our neck nice and long. A lot of people let their head pull forward like this, and it's not good for your neck. Elbows in close to the side of the head, up and down. Really going slowly here. Up and down. Spine is long, posture is fabulous. Tummy is in. Feet are hip width, toes forward. Ah, so much to think about. Slow on the way down. Now here, try to work the full range that you have, right? A lot of people just go halfway and then they're lifting back up again because they're in such a hurry to get in so many reps or whatever. I like it slow and hard. Slow and challenging, right? Okay, here we go. We're going to pull them forward. We're going to hinge forward, and we're going to do a double kickback. Both arms go back, bring them together, and press them back up all the way down. Bring the arms forward. Separate them, hinge, kick back. Nice job. Lift. All the way up, all the way down, and then you bring the arms forward. Then you hinge. Tummy goes in. You know it wants to hang. Don't let it. Press up, all the way down. Bring those arms forward. Separate the hands, kick back. Okay, we only have two more of these. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely feeling it. We're going to have trouble blow drying our hair later. There could be worse problems though, right? Oh my goodness. Down slow, up, down, pull forward. Here's our last kick back. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. We're so lucky we get to work the tris again. It's your favorite exercise coming up. How lucky are you? Push-ups. Okay, take it down. Now, I like to do push-ups. I don't like to say I'm going to do 10 or I'm going to do 20 or I'm going to do 5. I just kind of like to run through the first set and see how many I can do. Because I know if you slow it down, they're a lot harder. If you do them with great form, they're even harder. So you be the judge of how many you're going to do. When you're done, grab some water and chill out and relax. Okay? You ready? I have my knees on the floor. If you don't need them, Shirley, I don't think you do. Yours are off the floor. I don't know about you others. But whatever you can do with great form is what I really care about. Okay, here we go. Start. When you press back up, remember not to lock the elbows at the top, right? You got to keep that tummy hollowed out best you can. And don't leave your hips behind. A lot of people, when they lower their chest, they really focus on lowering the face or dropping their face. I don't want you to drop your face, and I don't want you to leave your butt behind. So when you think about a push-up, when you're down and you're starting to push back up, think about the core coming up first, because the chest and arms are going to come up regardless of whether you think about it or not. Okay, I'm going to squeeze in a few more here. Okay, let's push it all the way back. Have a seat on your heels. Your toes are tucked under. We're going to get a nice stretch here. Just hang out and breathe. A few breaths. Okay, come on back. You're going to come up onto your feet. We're going to do some plank walkouts, adding in a push-up. So you're going to fold all the way down. Put the hands to the floor. Walk it out. Do a push-up. You can have your knees down if you like. And then walk it back. Come back up to standing. Fold forward. Walk it out. If you can keep your legs straight, go ahead. If you need to bend them, that's okay too. Walk it back. One more. Nice job. Step it back, sit it back, stretch it out for a sec. Okay, we have to hurry because we're going to run out of time. I don't know where the time goes. I need a whole hour to teach this class. Okay, I'm taking my band, if you can see me from the side. I'm going to wrap it around both my feet by my ankles. And if you don't have a band, don't worry about it. You got the same opportunity without a band. Okay, I'm on all fours, knees under hips, breaks in my elbows, knees hip width apart. I'm going to keep these breaks in my elbows for sure. I'm going to keep my hips square. I'm going to lift the right knee up. We call these fire hydrants. So lift and lower. We're going to keep on that same leg. So you see you can do this without a band or with a band. So when the knee comes up on the right knee, try not to have your weight shift left, because it surely wants to do that. You got to resist it. Okay, 8 more here. And then we do the same on the other leg. And then unfortunately, we're going to end with a quick little plank and say goodbye. How's that for a good first of the year workout? I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. Love having you with us. Okay, I'm switching legs. Left leg up and down. Try not to shift your weight on that right side. Right, you want to keep your hips square best you can. Using that band to create a little more resistance when you lift and when you lower it. Four more. 3. Then from here, we're just going to keep the band on our feet so we save time. We're just going to get into a forearm plank. Okay, so down onto your forearms. Tuck those toes under, hold your low plank. Now, since we're not here for long, I want you to create that isometric pull of the elbows towards the feet, which adds a tremendous amount of intensity to the plank. See, I can hardly talk through it. Hold and breathe. The elbows aren't moving. It's just isometric, but it sure makes a difference. Okay, count to 10 slowly and we're out of this and we're done. We're going to do one pyramid stretch and say goodbye. Last 5. Okay, get rid of your band. Come up. Little pyramid stretch for our, woo, little spatty. Okay, so feet are not that far apart. Both feet face forward. Both heels are down. Walk it down. Pick a leg. It doesn't matter which one. We're going to do both. Well, I hope you guys have gotten a great arm and leg workout today. That was the focus. I know my arms feel like so tired. Okay, come on back up. Switch legs. Make sure you got good width between the feet, right? Hinge forward, just a micro bend in that knee. Feels so good. Okay, take it back. Nice big deep breath. Sweep your arms up towards the ceiling, make them nice and long. Take your gaze, look up. Fabulous workout today, guys. Thank you so much for your power and your strength. I hope you guys have had an amazing workout. I hope you feel your arms.
Wonderful.
There they all are. How did that go for you guys?
Fabulous.
Good.
Good. You feel your arms, your sweat. Look at Shirley. She's like me. We're big, huge sweaters. Do you feel good, Sue? You feel good? Good.
Yeah, I'm not, I love the weight part, but for lunges, I'm out because of my knees. So I just do something else.
My knees are gimpy too.
Yeah, so you don't curtsy to the queen.
No curtsy. I get that. So
I do. It's okay. I use the weight anyway. It doesn't matter. I just don't want you to think. Don't want Sean to think I'm being
Like now.
Sassy.
I still think that.
All right. Well, I am.
Hi, Sean.
Hello, Sassy Sue.
Hello.
Well, I was happy to see all you guys this morning. I know we've all been indulging, but now we need to start behaving, right? Do we?
Shirley's no. No.
Shirley, that picture of that pizza looked so amazing. That was like a tease. I was like trying to find, I don't know that restaurant. Where is that restaurant? Anyways, it looked great. But Sean and I are making a New Year's resolution. We're gonna lose a little weight. We're gonna eat better. We're gonna do all the things that you're supposed to be doing in January and throughout the year. So we hope you join us.
Where do you want to lose that weight, Kirsten?
On my tummy. And I'll tell you a funny story about my arms. I used to, teach yoga for years, and I always locked out my elbows, right? Because in my yoga training and in everything that I learned and every other teacher that I took, no one ever told me, don't lock out your elbows. So I eventually got tennis elbow and golfer's elbow in both my arms.
Boy.
And I couldn't do a bicep curl for 5 years. And then Sean and I figured it all out, that you can't lock out your elbows. And so if you look at these yoga teachers, you'll see them all do it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Now my arms, so I've only really started to be able to do bicep curls in the last, I don't know, 6 months.
Wow.
So I'm on a journey to develop my arms.
Let's do it together.
Yeah.
Let's do it together. So we get rid of our wave and our blah, 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 blah.
Kirsten, they call this thing under here a bingo wing.
A bingo wing? Oh, like when you've won.
Oh.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Bingo wings.
Well, that's why I like to so I hope you don't think I sound like a broken record, because I know I say, don't lock out your elbows a million times.
Oh, it's a good reminder.
Do you ever catch yourself that yours are locked out?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
do too. I
But-
even do too.
My whole training life, it's been, and you don't think of, don't lock out the elbows. It's always just being stiff.
Exactly.
It's harder.
And I look on YouTube and I mean, it's amazing, like what you see. Everybody's locked out. So I know I feel so much stronger and safer even doing push-ups, not locking out at the top of a push-up.